Happy holidays as the regular season of the Arenalacrosseleague continues from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation, with the Ohsweken Bears entertaining the defending champion Whitby Steelhawks. Once again, Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions. Starting goalies for the Steelhawks, it'd be Will Johnston that gets the call, and at the other end, Craig Wendy making his debut in the Bears uniform. Of course, a recent trade from Toronto, and he is there manning the pipes. Officials for today's game: Sebastian Bedoin is the crew chief. He's joined by Chris Fennell and Jacob, recognized as Stash, Singleton. Head coaches for Whitby in his first season is Ryan Degerden. His assistant is Brad Reed. And for the Bears, a familiar face in Ron Mouser Henry. His assistant, of course, is Clancy Alms. And as we get set to go here, of course, the Steelhawks come in a perfect 2-0. They are the Arenalacrosseleague defending champs. The Ohsweken Bears, different lineup each and every game. They are still looking for their first win of the season, sitting right now at 0-2. So as we get set to go here, the Steelhawks coming off a win 20-12 over Paris. That, of course, they had a week off, and right off the bat, opening face-off, scooped up by Lucas Beaver. And Beaver's going to run, find a hole, and set things up. First offensive possession belongs to the Bears. They'll pass it, work it out. John Perry Smith kick it back out to the top. Eddie Renault. Renault looking for an opening, 10 on the shot clock, slides it over to the right side. Trying to dipsy doodle there, Josh Sanchez, and that's going to stay in, so it'll be reset to 20. Remember, in the Arenalacrosseleague, the shot clock is a 30-20 shot clock, and you get your second reset at 20, not 30. Looking inside, on the run. First one goes off the pipe, so crossbar out of play will reset it back to 20 as Kyle Pedwell. Welcome back to the lineup. Pedwell gets it on the crease. Can't find an opening. Good defense there as Dustin Burkhoff bumped him out of the dotted half circle. Kick it back out. Dump it low. Renault slides it in. So Eddie Renault working that bottom corner nicely against his former teammate. And it's 1-0 for the Bears. First of the game, fifth of the season for Eddie Renault. And let me correct myself. Craig Wendy was making the start for the Bears, former teammate with Eddie Renault, and they were happy to be reunited. That one a tough one for Will Johnston as the Bears worked him up, down, and then low. And right off the bat, speaking of which, Liam Osborne, captain of the defending champs, keep an eye on him. He is always putting pressure on the defense as he works it on the right side, takes a strong. Osborne goes airborne, big save by Wendy. And I'll tell you, these Bears will welcome Wendy into their lineup to solidify that goaltending staff they've got right now. Crow Snow working that left side in the lineup for the first time for these Ohsweken Bears. He'll look for an opening on the dump off. Renault looking for the other corner. This time it's steered aside by Johnston. Picked up, and the Steelhawks will get it over the timeline. No numbers there, and a good decision by Nate Woods to pull up and let the offense filter back out. On the run, Cole Hanrahan lets that one go. That's just over the net. Rebound picked up, dive attempt. Wendy closed that off on the short side, and now the Bears will counter the other way. John Harrington puts on the brakes. He'll take that shot. Just can't find it. Now Matt Boissonneau will break out of the crowd, get it over the timeline, but 3-on-3, got a cutter. Going hard. That shot wide of the mark. Good job to regroup. They'll send it right back down. And Brady Kierman working it. Will kick it back out to the top. Keep an eye, number 19, Devin Pfeiffer, of course, another member of that Fife Dog crew. They do a whole lot of offensive damage. Quick shot right on. Pfeiffer try to regain his own rebound, battling with Beaver, and it's the Fife Dog that'll pull it out. They'll get 20 more. Swinging around left side. Trying to duck in and make a move, but not able to capitalize there were the Steelhawks, and The Bears now will go back to work. Just underway here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena as these two teams, I know they're both dressed in black, both playing away games, but you can certainly get the idea of who's where. That one skips across. Looking for the give and go. Shot clock dying down. Quick shot wide of the mark, and that's going to be a late penalty on an illegal hit by Eddie Ferrati. He's going to head to the penalty box, and the Ohsweken Bears are going to get their first power play opportunity of the game. So just to clarify, Luke Keenan wearing number 5 for the Steelhawks, if you were searching for him on the lineup. And now first look at the Ohsweken power play. And at the top it'll be Heron Snow. Snow, of course, wasn't in the lineup for a couple of games now. Back, Renault's going to go too much bounce on that ounce as that'll go up into the netting. And it'll be Dustin Burkhoff now that'll try to zip it across, and he does. They do a good job of getting it over, and they'll look to burn some clock with Tyler Goodchild. He'll flip and retreat, give that one off, and now it'll be Liam Aston. Aston, kick it across. On a cutter, great pass, beauty finish. So short-handed. Boy, oh boy, that was executed perfectly on a great cut by Brady Kierman and a beauty finish. So first goal of the game for the Steelhawks is a shorthanded marker, and we're tied at 1 here with still just under a minute and a half to go in the Ohsweken power play. The Bears, of course, fell to the Toronto Monarchs 13-9 a week ago in a close game, and again, good job off the draw. And careless, though, on the kick out. Will give it right back to the Bears. So Ohsweken now will reset. Same power play unit out there with Snow at the top, and neither of them on the hidden ball trick. Apparently neither of them could find it. So Renault on that left side, his comfortable spot. Snow's going to let that one go. Rebound, Boissonneau. Boissonneau on the run. He's going to be tough, got great speed. Looking to split the D. Doesn't have the numbers, good hesitation. Goes to the bounce, good save Wendy. Rebound picked up, and Wendy will scoop that one. And a good outlet pass will send away Renault. We are at the 10-minute mark here, opening quarter. This is the first of 2 here at the ILA. Of course, our second game will see the Peterborough Timbermen take on the Six Nations Snipers. Renault, that shot, steered aside by Johnston. Rebound, picked up, and a good job there by Perry Smith. And that ball loose behind the Whitby net. Final 10 seconds of the penalty, and a gift back to Snow. And they'll probably let this one ride out till teams are at full strength. So Osborne out to mark Snow. Penalty over, teams back to 5-a-side. Bears looking for an opening, taking a long time to change, 10 on the shot clock. Out late is Snow. So Croy Snow and Heron Snow both in the lineup, but instead, here come the Steelhawks. Here's Osborne. Osborne has a lane. Osborne, right six side, looks for the contact, rolls off and picks the top corner. I tell you, a little contact certainly gives him a wake-up call, and Ozzy Osborne back at it again for his first of the game and 5th goal of the season. Doesn't take the Steelhawks long to answer. First lead of the game, 2-1. Ball scooped up. Good job there by Woods. Woods going to peel back out. That's going to be a slashing call. And a delayed penalty will come to the Bears. So the Bears have to be careful once this Steelhawks team gets on a roll. They are awfully tough. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Extra man out there, net open Pfeiffer's going to let that one go. Sidearm wide and will stay but go over the timeline. So the Steelhawks, with their first power play opportunity, come in with a power play rating of 61%. So that's pretty good for the defending champs, and they haven't really gotten things going. If you'd ask their coaching staff, they've had to, like each team in the Arena Lacrosse League, have had ever-changing lineups in the first couple of games of the season. So just trying to solidify things here. Pfeiffer's going to be at the top. Osborne way down on that crease, but he roams behind there, working that shot, and a good sidearm right on by Kiernan, and Wendy will let that go off the boards. Good hands to haul it in, and Bears now with Renault will look to burn some clock. Renault has it taken away on a double team, gets some help, and they lose it. It's Osborne. So good pressure at midcourt by the Steelhawks, and now they've got just under a minute and a half here. Same lineup. Pfeiffer's going to skip it down. They'll work it, give everyone a touch, and look for an opening. Pfeiffer has room. Lets that go. Goes off the defender and all the way down the floor. So no reset. 5 on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry here. Kiernan gets it off, and another one. So the D playing some great shot blocking ability, and with 7:28 to go here in this first quarter, that will take us to our first officials timeout. Set to go here with just over a minute left in the Whitby power play. So with the Steelhawks putting full court pressure, you can see that the Bears now looking to pull their goalie for the extra attacker just to relieve some of that pressure, and as insurance, that's exactly what they do. Bad pass though, and it'll give it right back. Whitby with a chance, got a man up ahead, zip it up. It's Cody Hamley, can't catch it cleanly. Battling for it, there's Pedwell. Hamley will get it and gets it to Highland. So a good job there as Quinn Highland, he'll retreat to the bench. And now the Whitby offense to work here. 7 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Settling into that right shooter spot is Aston. Fife Dog, wrong stick side, but with the shot clock winding down, had no choice. Bears are going to scoop that up and go as Hannah Brandt will look for some help, coughs it up. Osborne read that like a book. Osborne dumps it off and could have easily taken that shot. 10 on the shot clock, 10 left in the penalty, and now Pfeiffer's going to wait, and these teams are going to be all evened up. Pfeiffer, he'll bring it back out on the reset, and they'll go to work here. Dump inside, and Kiernan tried to go for the dunk, but they closed that off. That'll be a reset to 20, picked up in Pfeiffer. 2 good spin moves to elude a defender, but runs right into Brandt, got stopped in his tracks. Kick over to the left side. 7 on the shot clock. Fife gets it back. Quick shot wide of the mark. That'll go up off the glass. Belong to the Bears. Heron Snow. Big long strides. Going to leg it over. Flips it up. And who else there but the mainstay in Kane Kettle. Work it to the right side. The defense of the Steelhawks gets tighter as the game goes on. That shot from way out. Boissonneau looking to loft it up. Trying to run under that is Brandon Hoshman, and he dumps it off. Kick it over. Great save by Wendy. So already paying dividends, Craig Wendy, and out comes the Beav. Lucas Beaver rolling over the timeline. He'll head to the left side. Half boards, look for an opening. Beaver finds a trailer out late. That shot from way out. Going to have to move in and up the percentage for these Bears as those shots from way out. Johnston will have sights on that. Cole Hanrahan looking for an opening. Had Boissonneau. Boissonneau, great job to get it back. He gets taken down and it gets scooped up. Good relentless effort there by Marshall Stevens. And the Bears do a good job to fight and regain possession. Brody Laborge. Harrington will kick it up, wait for Renault late, get it right back. On the curl around, good job to handle a tough pass. Great defense, Osborne. 5 on the shot clock, and the Bears will dump it in the corner on a off-balance shot, give it right back to the Steelhawks as we inch toward the 4-minute mark here, opening quarter. 2-1 in favor of the defending champs. They have possession. Aston will dump it off. They'll send it over to the left side, looking for an opening. Kick down low. Hand diving. Great save, Wendy. Creased the call, but Wendy awfully tough on the stretch. And now Lucas Beaver. Good burst of speed. Good to have him back after a knee injury last year. Important to have the Beav back in the lineup. One of the good hands people. Swing over. Pedwell. Looking for an opening. Great defensive rotation by the Steelhawks. They make it difficult as they are on the offensive players right away. Battle there, good battle, and Snow runs out of time. Possession belongs to the Steelhawks. McGregor looking for something, puts on the brakes, kicks it back out to the top. They'll work it. It's Aston. That shot right on. Wendy's going to gobble up that loose ball. And an outlet pass snapped across. Chance here for the Bears. They'll get it over and think better of it until Renault finds that way, looking for one man to beat. Wait for some help. Renault. And that's going to be a legal hit there. And headed to the penalty box will be John Perry Smith. And that's an easy call on the interference. And no argument from either side. So that is the case. As he laid down the shoulder. Second power play opportunity coming here for the Steelhawks with under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. They're 0 for 1. And they'll have the usual suspects out there again. Just to check your game, Clark. Pfeiffer again. So they're giving the Fife dog the room on that wrong stick side, and when you can't change that angle, it limits your scoring opportunities. Loose ball bumped off that is Pedwell, and it's fished up by Johnston, and the Steelhawks now will look to move it up in a hurry. Want to thank Rick Imus for another version of the Ohsweken National Anthem along with the Canadian National Anthem. No one does it like Rick Imus does. Pfeiffer kick. Stepping in and letting it go, and whole lot of time now. Great move. Chance here for the Bears. Harrington stopped though by Johnston. Rebound picked up. Good effort there, Josh Sanchez, as they'll try to work some clock here. Final minute of the man short. Hanrahan on him. On the run, Johnston had that covered up nicely, and all the shots from the Bears except their lone goal have come from well outside that dotted half circle. And now we're under a minute and a half, 35 seconds left in the man advantage. Working it to the left side. Good child. Pfeiffer now on his right stick side, gives that up underhand, well wide of the mark. That'll go up out of play and belong to the and I guess that went off someone. I'm not quite sure, but all three officials had the same call. So I'm going to give it their eyes. That one steered aside by Wendy. Good save. And a fresh 20 here. And now Whitby will settle it down with 15 to go into power play. Changing the angle, but Wendy made the adjustment. Beauty stopped there. And he'll zip that one back door. Almost one-handed by Beaver. Instead, it'll be Pfeiffer. We're under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Pfeiffer again, same spot. Thinks better of it this time. That's an impressive adjustment there. And a no-look pass to kick it out. Kiernan had a notion. They tried to go bounce. And Whitby always looking for the best shot available. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Trying to turn the corner, Cameron York. Dumps it off. That one right on goes wide of the net and out of play. Will belong to the Bears with 25 seconds. They will call timeout, and Ron Mouser Henry will draw something up. We'll take a break, let the dust settle. We'll be right back. So back for the final 25 as the Bears have the net empty for the extra attacker. No pressure from the Steelhawks, so Wendy will remain at the end of the bench. Eddie Renault will bring it up, and the Bears will hold it and look for the final shot here of this first quarter. So they'll let this one tick down and then probably go to work around 8 seconds. So they're at the 8-second mark now. Beaver gets bounced around. Beaver, Osborne on him, and Osborne just took it. Strength and trying to run under it, and he buzzer just in time, so no goal. And I tell you, I don't think Nate Wood saw that pass, but Osborne with the strip. Either way, 15 have rolled on by. 2-1 for the defending champs. Back with the second. Good to go here as we start the second quarter. Hats off to the Bears for holding the defending champs to just 2 goals in the opening 15 minutes. But we've seen this story before, and we've seen the Steelhawks erupt for many to follow as they seem to get stronger as the game goes on. Bears with the first possession here in the second quarter, and they'll work it around. And good effort there by Perry Smith just to hang on to it. Renault's going to let it go. Eddie Renault. The KG vet at it again. Second of the game. And we're tied at 2. We continuously take our hat off to Eddie Renault, who always seems to be in the lineup for the Bears no matter who's with them and how short they are, what kind of challenges they face. Eddie Renault, since coming over from the Paris Riverwolves, has been a mainstay for Ron Mouser Henry and his staff, and he plays hard each and every game, and I know that here at the Arenalacrosseleague certainly appreciate that. As Heron Snow looking to dipsy doodle, defense closes right up on him, and they get it to Kyle Pedwell. Pedwell trying to swim his way to get some room. Zips it across, but it's picked up. Breakaway chance here now for the Steelhawks. And fine in the corner. Beauty finish was Brandon Hoshman. So a transition goal by the Steelhawks. And in the blink of an eye, we're tied at 3. Let me check my counter here, and it's 3-2, and it is not. So once again, as you know, do not rely on my counter. Keep an eye on the screen. That's why I got rid of math as soon as I could. So 3-2 in favor of defending champs. And the difference right now is that transition goal. Off the draw, Boysono violation. And now the Bears will set things up. Swing across, they'll work it to the right side. And you may think when you're playing offense against Whitby that you have a one-on-one matchup, but you don't. Renault on off, goes off the pipe, and that will stay here for a fresh 20. So Eddie Renault, a real threat to the Steelhawks so far in this game. They'll start it now on that left side. Kick back out, swing around. Good movement, underhand off the post. And a good job to track it down, and good move, but again, 2 defenders, and still hanging on to it, coming out of that was Sanchez. And I'm not quite sure why the shot clock, I thought that was a 20-second reset, but some great work there either way by Sanchez. Steelhawks now setting up shop on the run, right up the middle, and not able to find the mark was Aston. It's going to sit on the crease, and nothing's good going to come when you're fishing around in there, and that's exactly where Braden McGregor was fishing. And possession will belong to Ohsweken as both teams make changes. Going to be a tough matchup here for Joseph Laforme. Does a good job to get it over. Not able to complete the pass, but Pedwell's going to pick him up. Pedwell bounces off a check, a good one. Has his stick taken away from him. Cody Hamley, the vet, that one right on, stopped though. And a pass ahead will send away Hamley. If he can get it cleanly, he can't, so he'll have to wait. Backdoor late, on the run. Pfeiffer, shovel, too far. Picked up, and a good job by the Bears to stand tall. Going to be a delayed slashing call. Going to come to the Steelhawks. Snow will send it across. Renault will slow it down. They got 15 on the shot clock. Perry Smith at the top. Dumps it down. And ball still loose. Good job by the Bears, but they're going to run out of time here. And with that, they will go to their second power play opportunity of this game. Ohsweken 0 for 1, and they've given up a shorthanded goal on that power play. So a chance here to rectify things, or at least pull even with the Steelhawks with just over 12 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Good crowd on hand if you're joined us here on this Sunday afternoon. 1st to 2, Peterborough, Six Nations set to go after this one. But in the meantime, between time, Snow at the top. They'll work it around. Quick one, and had time to really set the feet, but Braden Smith didn't, and now Matty Boissonneau will bounce off one, and this kid's like rubber. He'll take a hit, absorb it, and go from there. Luke Keenan, zip it across. Pfeiffer thinks better of it. Bounces out of the double team, scoots into another, gets chased again, leaves that stick laying out, almost got his own rebound. Instead, the Bears now will counter the other way. Smith will work it over the timeline with 1:10 to go in the power play. So the Bears being a little more deliberate here. They are going to go around the horn, and with 10 on the shot clock, they got to go to work. Renault has room. Renault lets it go. Good save, Johnston. Got just enough of it. Ball loose, and great work by Highland. Highland has Osborne with him. Osborne ducking. Osborne's. Oh my, you talk about taking the right path. Liam Osborne knew once he got that ball he was going to cut right toward the net. He did, and a beauty finish for the captain. Second of the game, second short-handed goal by the Steelhawks. So right now, if you're the Bears, you want Whitby to stay out of the penalty box. 42 seconds left. And a 4-2 lead for the defending champs. Off the draw. Bears get it. Keenan with some pressure. Good effort to get it over the timeline by Harrington. And they'll set it up. Renault. Lucas Beaver hovering around that dotted half circle out there on offense. That shot right on Renault. Fishes it out. Kicks it back out. Good job. Fresh 20. On the reset. Sanchez has room. That one, Johnston closed the wickets just in time. So 20 more with 8 seconds left in the penalty. Renault, underhand, wide of the mark. That'll go up. Great job to knock it down because Boissonneau was on the run. Good job by Renault. Gets it back. No reset. Got to go 5. Dump it down. To Beaver! Lucas Beaver with a highlight. But they called it crease. And boy, oh boy, I told you he's one of the good hands. That was a quick stick finish around the back right there that you saw. But taken away. So penalty over. Teams back to even strength. And the Steelhawks to work on O. Out late, Pfeiffer dumps it down low. Kick out in the middle, and maybe one pass too many, but going to be too many on the floor, and that penalty is going to go to the Bears. So Whitby now is going to go to their third power play opportunity. Now they're 0 for 2 with the man advantage, but they've scored 2 shorthanded markers. So you can tabulate that and do the math, and I told you mine's not good, but that evens things out. And now they will try to spread the lead here, up by 2. Pfeiffer, again that spot. Let's go behind the net, in front, point blank stop as a design play for Keenan didn't work, and the big man now lugging it over the timeline. Runs into 2, lost it to Osborne, who stripped him. Kyron Costello, nothing 2-on-1. Osborne stopped. So Pfeiffer's going to get it. Craig Wendy closing that up. And that's going to be a through the crease call and give it right back to the Bears. Some trouble here on the double team. Going to have to dump it. Got no time to run it. And zipped across nicely just in time. Give and go, shorthanded. And another good stick check as a chance now in transition for the Steelhawks. Pfeiffer, Fife dog, and he faked and went to the same side. Give him a power play bark, 5-2 for the Steelhawks. First of the game for Devin Pfeiffer, 6th of the season. And this time, their first power play goal of the game. And this is what we spoke about. The Steelhawks just seem to get better each and every quarter. 8.5 to go here in this second. Off the draw, Boissonneau will scoop it off the carpet. And the Steelhawks offense again that has looked awfully good here as they have throughout. Luke Keenan, handoff. He'll work it to Goodchild. Goodchild trying to turn the corner. Beaver on him. Kick it over to the right side. Lot going on over there. Hanrahan over there on the crease. They tried to get it to him. That gets picked off. Here come the Bears in transition. Backdoor. And that's going to be too many on the floor as left way too early, I think, there. But that was a close call, and it's easy to sit up here and speculate, and I thought it was close to being, I thought the offensive player was in that box that you see run along the bench when the player left the back door, but I'm not wearing the stripes, nor am I able to make stripes work, so not my call. But back to the power play for the 4th time go the Steelhawks. 1 for 3, and they hold a 5-2 lead with under 8 minutes to go. So Pfeiffer out there with Keenan, Osborne as well. Working on that other side is Cameron York. And they'll work that play again. They got it to Osborne last time and sat Keenan in the middle. And now Bears going to have to work to get over the timeline. Good job. This time they make sure there weren't too many. And looking for an opening now is Sanchez. Sanchez has been good. He's had himself a good first couple games for these Bears, and they got to be happy with what they got with him. Under a minute and a half now. Looking to duck in. Shot clock winding down. Chance here. Scooped up, and great save by Johnston. And a golden opportunity shorthanded for Perry Smith, but he wasn't able to find the back of the net. So Pfeiffer and the rest of the power play unit will come out for the Steelhawks. Looking to add. Pfeiffer, that one steered aside by Wendy, up and out of play. And Wendy makes some tough saves look easy. So with under 7 minutes to go, that's going to take us to our officials' timeout, and that will give us a chance to recap what's gone on here in the Arenalacrosseleague this week. Friday night was a roller coaster shootout. between the Toronto Monarchs and the Brampton Express. And I'm going to go through the way things went quarter by quarter. So it was the Monarchs that held a 5-3 lead after one, 10-6 at the half. It was 15-14 at the end of the third for Toronto, and this one wrapped up 23-20 in a game where the largest lead was 4, and the teams had the game tied 4 times. Jordan Dance, 5 goals, 6 assists. Parker Pfeiffer, of course, another member of that Fife Dog crew, 4 goals, 7 assists. And it was Jake McNabb for the Express leading the way, 2 goals and 6 helpers. So with that, the Toronto Monarchs up their record to 2-1. The Brampton Express, that was their first loss of the season. They came in at 2-0. They now improved to 2-1. So as we get set to resume play, 52 seconds left in the too many men call on the Bears. The Steelhawks with a 3-goal advantage here, and plenty of time to tally another. So Handle inbounds, they'll swing it around and work that right side. Set it on the go. Keenan on the slide. Keenan rebound. Wendy, another good save. Wendy will look to zip one out, a good outlet pass, and that makes things a whole lot easier for LaForme. He'll put on the brakes, and with 30 seconds left in the man short, look to burn some time. Beaver, they'll work it to Renault on the left. Highland's going to chase him. Renault kicks it back. It's the Beav. Lucas, one man to beat on the spin. Beaver had it scooped up, though. Good job by the Whitby defense, and they'll counter the other way. Pfeiffer, 2-on-1, and Highland not able to pocket that pass. Picked up, though, and it's Burkhoff. So penalty over now. Teams back to full strength, under 6 to go. First half. That one went to Noah, not sure, but the Bears will take it. Quick outlet, and Renault's going to run under it. One bounce. Renault ducks 2. Great save, Johnson. Rebound, wide open, and pocketed. Beauty job on the follow-up by John Perry Smith. So Perry Smith gives the Bears a little bit of bite now, with it trailing now 5-3, and a big goal to halt the 3-goal run by the defending champs. First goal of the quarter for Ohsweken. And if you're the coaching staff over there, you got to be pretty pleased with that effort. And both teams really doing the extras, and off the draw, possession will belong to the Bears. They'll go right to work with Renault and that half boards on the left. Kick it back out. Snow back out there now. Snow looking to duck in. Good job to bounce him out. He'll curl, swing it way out. That way out, that didn't even find its way through. No reset. Duck in, no. Bears retain, and it's picked off by Osborne. Osborne now. Doesn't take long to get a full head of steam. Osborne, he'll take it hard wide of the net. So Osborne with another chance. Can't find the cage there, and Snow will work it into the offensive end. We're at the 5-minute mark here, first half. Game 1 of 2. Getting a step and tucking it in. Eddie Renault. Third goal of the game for Renault. He has been outstanding, and it's 5-4. Eddie Renault's got a little jump in his step today, that's for sure. As funny when you take on a defending champs, no matter who they are, and Whitby, of course, the first repeat champions in the Arenalacrosseleague's 8 years. And when you're the defending champs, you got a target on your back. Teams play just a little bit harder against you. Pfeiffer working it outside. They'll swing it across. Keenan looking to duck in. Beeve loses his stick, and what an underhand bounce. Oh, my. Luke Keenan, that was exceptionally done working the carpet for his first of the game. It's 6-4. So the Whitby answer comes swiftly. They restore that 2-goal cushion. And the Bears now will go back to work with just over 4.5 to play. Off the draw, Boissonneau fighting, and Marshall Stevens in there. And I'm not sure how that wrestling match broke out, but possession's going to belong to the Bears as Nate Woods was in the mix. And Ohsweken now with control. They'll work it down on the short hop. Good job there to hang on to it, and now they'll work the left side. Renault ducking in on Boissonneau. Good hesitation, shovel across, looking for the dunk attempt, and that's a crease call. So things getting a little extra chippy as a quick outlet pass to Hamley. Hamley does not have the numbers 1-on-3, but has help. Keenan, wrong stick side, stopped by Wendy. Chance in transition now for the Bears. Good scoop. Good transition defense, and that pass goes to no one except Boissonneau, and delayed penalty, too many on the floor, and I think this time it's going to go against the Steelhawks. So it is a too many on the floor for Whitby. That will give the Bears their third power play, and I say that and the warning sign comes up because they've had 2 power plays and given up 2 goals. So a chance here to try and balance things out if they're able to cut this deficit in half, trailing 6-4. So Renault at the top now, and they'll work it around the horn. Braden Smith in that right shooter spot takes that pass, dumps it down low. Good skip, but Boissonneau picks that up. And when you telegraph, that's going to be a high sticking call and might even be another. Certainly one, as Boissonneau, one tough customer, I tell you. He always has some fight. Runs into another, bounces off one, rolls into another. Kick out. Quick shot, finish. So Nate Woods, after that wrestling match, comes through. And I'm almost scared to tell you that on 3 power plays, the Bears have given up 3 shorthanded goals. But that is the case. I don't know if the Steelhawks play better with more room on the carpet or one less player. But either way, 7-4 now in favor of the defending champs. So just some careless passing, and I think that the Bears have to understand Whitby is really sizing up those skip passes in the defensive end. And off the draw, possession will belong to the Steelhawks. So Keenan now, well, they'll work it with 1:20 to kill here as we head to the 3-minute mark in this first half. Defending champs have been good. Slow start, but they have made a habit of starting slow out of the station, but once that train gets rolling, Hanrahan, no look. That one couldn't find anyone, so shot clock winding down anyway. We'll give possession back to the Bears. So 50 seconds here. I'm not going to say anything. Don't want to jinx it. Let's see what the Bears got with 2.5 to go. Pedwell out there as well on that right side. Renault ducks in. Renault walked in, had a chance, but couldn't find any part of that net. And now Woods will pick it up 2-on-1. Steelhawks with a chance, but just getting there late. Stick check. Good back check. And good hustle by Braden Smith. And now it's Pedwell. 15 seconds left in the man advantage. We're at the 2-minute warning. So I think that was a good read last time by Renault, who skipped that was able to split the defenders. Quick shot right on. Johnston didn't know where it was, but he stopped it out of the back door, lopped it up. And Wendy's going to play that on the one hop, and he'll zip it back. They'll counter the other way with Hannah Brand. Minute and a half. Penalty over, teams back to 5 aside. On the run, wide open, down low. Beautiful finish on the fake up and taking it downstairs. So the Bears answer when needed, and you talk about good ball movement, that's exactly what that was. And with a minute 23 left here in this first half, that certainly will give them a lift. You fall behind more than 3 goals to defending champs, I'm not quite sure you're going to be able to make a recovery. So a good job to keep them in check. Face off again, off the draw. It's going to be Keenan, had it, but lost it. And the Bears now, good duck under, but Keenan, and it gets touched, and Whitby now has possession. Highland, he's going to tuck it and head to the half boards on the left. And they'll set it up. Him and Goodchild. Tyler Goodchild, another long-standing member of the Arenalacrosseleague. Pfeiffer, that skipped and that caught iron. And will stay right here for another 20 with 53 seconds left in the half. Trying to duck in and doing a good job of making him pay was Kyron Costello. So Costello, usually out there for his defensive prowess, shows he's got some offensive skills too. And I apologize. I was on the wrong side of my sheet, as that was Brady Kierman. No offense to Kyron Costello, but I haven't seen him ever do that. So really no surprise. Thanks for the correction. Second of the game. And back to 3 goals, but a chance here. Pedwell, great save, Johnston. Rebound, that's going to be a back in. And possession belongs to the Bears. So 8-5, Bears still in it with 38 seconds left in the half. Lucas Beaver. I tell you he's on his wrong stick side, but he has no wrong stick side. Works equal with both hands. Kick it back out. Going to have to move in closer. They do. That shot right on Johnston. Johnston looking for the outlet, has Osborne. Osborne can't get it cleanly, but recovers. 2-on-1. And too many on the floor is the call. And timeout, actually, I believe, was called by Whitby. An odd call when you've got a 3-on-1 fast break. But when you have a 3-goal lead, you have that luxury. 18 seconds left. We'll be back after the short break. Set to go here. 18 seconds left. Just want to make a correction. Wearing number 8 is Stephen Portelli, just traded, of course. So making his Ohsweken Bears debut, he's the one who pocketed that last goal. So Whitby going to work it down. 5 in the game clock. They got a chance here. One pass, kick away, shot wide of the net, and the Bears hold strong. 30 minutes played at the ILA. 8-5 defending champs. Stick around. We'll be back with the third. All ready to go as we are set for the third quarter. Whitby Steelhawks holding an 8-5 lead over the home side, Ohsweken Bears. Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions as off the draw, Boysono fighting for it, but a better job to scoop that up by Marshall Stevens. And now the Bears will have to deal with some of that Whitby pressure before they set things up. They'll work at half boards right side. Looking for something, and they'll get it to Eddie Renault. Renault, outstanding first half, bouncer in! So Eddie Renault works the short side, putting it on the carpet first, and he's got 4. That's his 8th goal of the season for Renault, and it's an 8-6 game. So a good job by Eddie Renault and a good job by his teammates, able to find him in a good position and allow him a high percentage shot. He made good on that, and Will Johnston got a piece of it, but not enough, as that one trickled off the pad and in. So first goal of this third belongs to the Bears. Off the draw again, kicked back, and that violation's going to give Ohsweken the ball again. So they will have back-to-back possessions here, as Lucas Beaver now will look to move it up, and he does. Perry Smith will swing it across. They'll work it to the right side. Dipsy Doodle, good move in. Sanchez, bounce right back out. And they'll work it now to Beaver. Beaver with Osborne on him. Beaver, kick. Sanchez lets the underhand go. That's going to carry him wide, and that'll go over the timeline. Chance here for the Steelhawks. Moving in, right stick side. Far side, stopped by Wendy. So a chance there from Hoshman, not able to beat Wendy this time. And now the Bears back to work on O. Just a reminder, second half of our doubleheader, Peterborough Timbermen and the Six Nations Snipers. Peterborough comes in 2-0. Snipers are 1-1. And that one, easy save for Johnston. That was right in the breadbasket now, and Osborne over the timeline to set things up for the defending champs. He'll flip to Hanrahan. Hanrahan will cruise down the right side. Fakes the screen and roll, working with McGregor. Skip pass across. On the run. That one steered aside, caught the iron. Fresh 20, I believe, but didn't touch anything, and that shot's right on. Stopped by Johnston. Loose in the dotted half circle. Backhand try wide by Hanrahan. Picked up, and good hands by the Bears. And a good job by Costello. That's Kyron Costello there. And a quick pass. Numbers here. Tried to get it, but a great job defensively by Keenan to knock it down. And Bears, though, regain possession. Dump over. Underhand stop by Johnston. So standing tall between the pipes, Will Johnston early, as the Bears have come out of this locker room fired up. Keenan has a head of steam. Keenan underhand wide of the mark. That'll go out of play and will belong to the Bears. So Ron Henry's halftime speech certainly has sparked a little, and Lucas Beaver taking out Matty Boissonneau, although I've seen Boissonneau bounce off harder ones than that. Boissonneau puts on the brakes. Fakes once, twice, and he's stopped by Wendy. Wendy laying on his side, somehow made the save, and the Bears now will bring it over the timeline. 12 minutes to go here in the third. Harrington working with Beaver. Harrington going to go airborne, and that one wide of the mark, laying in the crease. Going to have to get out of there. Going to be a delayed penalty coming as he takes two checks now, one in the back. So the penalty will go to the Steelhawks with 7 on the shot clock. Renault, they'll wait for the extra attacker. They'll go to that right side. Sanchez with a shot, and first power play of the second half will go to the Ohsweken Bears. So DeBrone, the guilty party, he will sit out 2 or less. And I'm not going to go through this stat again, but 0 for 3, 3 shorthanded markers given up by the Bears. Got to change that stat, and a shot like that certainly is not going to help the cause. And that's going to be a delay of game. So not only do you not take a high percentage shot, but John Harrington will now go for delay of game, and 17 seconds into the power play, it is nullified. And we'll play some 4-on-4 lacrosse. So a little lack of discipline there, and I think you can see Clancy Elms letting him know, and in an always diplomatic way, that that's not the way it works. Swing around, left side, duck it in, with a chance on a beauty twister. So Brady Kiernan with his third goal of the game, and he has responded nicely here, and it's a 9-6 lead. So every time the Ohsweken Bears have had a man in the penalty box, the Steelhawks have scored. And because there is someone in, now I thought that would eliminate one, but it's still 4-on-4 lacrosse as Boysono off the draw. They'll set things up now and work it to the Fife dog. So of course Devin and Parker, part of the Fife crew, working along that side. Keenan misses up high, and now Wendy looking for someone, lofts it up, and it's a beauty outlet pass on the run. Chance here for Brandt. That one well wide of the mark and out of play in the gondola, and that will give the Steelhawks possession with under 10.5 to go. Liam Osborne. Jump start, quick twister in, and it rolls, but right on the line, Wendy in the nick of. Just there to get it and roll the right way to keep it from crossing that goal line. Brand will put on the brakes, wait for Renault. Renault with Osborne on him. Renault gets a step. Renault, two fakes and gets knocked down on a beauty stick check, but a beauty finish on the doorstep. So Renault did all the yeoman work, but a great job to follow that up and tuck in the rebound as Renault fell but didn't fall in the crease, which was the difference in that goal counting or being nullified. So the Bears strike, and good follow-up by Josh Sanchez. His first of the game. He's got 3 on the season. And, of course, 20 seconds remain in the Whitby penalty. 32 seconds left in the Ohsweken penalty. Off the draw. Bears, good cutting on the hesitation as Heron Snow, tell you, he's moving a lot quicker than he appears. You think with those big strides, he's not really moving too quick, but he covers a whole lot of ground. So now Whitby with an abbreviated power play, 10 to go here. Jump right on it. Pfeiffer working that right side. Had it pop up, regained it. Keenan had a thought. Pfeiffer spin. Get position, that gets knocked down. Ball loose, scooped up. And from a tough angle, but right on, was Kiernan. And now Wendy. And that is something that the Bears were missing. A goaltender with the ability to throw that outlet pass. Shovel picked up by Pfeiffer. So an ill-advised pass will give Whitby possession again, and they'll set things up now with teams all even. Hanrahan has some room. Swinging around to the left, looking for a cutter. They find one. Bouncer. Wendy does a great job to keep that one out. Crease the call, and now it'll get moved up, and it's Kane Kettle. Kettle had his pass deflected. He was looking for Beaver, and instead Johnston will play it, and the Steelhawks. So not a whole lot of time in the offensive end by the Bears on that abbreviated possession, and now it's Goodchild. Ten on the shot clock. On the run, bouncer wide. McGregor's going to settle under it. No reset, 5. He's going to have to let that go. He does. Wendy, the easy save. Kane's going to pick that one up, and he'll move it up. Harrington looking for Beaver, but that finds the Whitby bench, and they'll pick it up and go. Steelhawks don't waste a whole lot of time. Very efficient. Pfeiffer working, 7.5 to go, third quarter. 2-goal game, 9-7 for the defending champs. Pfeiffer looking to turn the corner, gets chased out. Skip pass goes awry. Good job to track it down. Chance here, but a stick check late. And on the run, Hanrahan had a good shot, but Wendy closed that off. Ball loose and a fresh 20. Good offensive rebounding by the Steelhawks. Hanrahan dumps it down, working with Osborne on the right. Osborne. Skip. They'll look for Hanrahan. He's got room. Hanrahan underhand. Wendy knows that story. That was right on. And now Lucas Beaver will look. One pass sends away Brand. Eddie Renault out there. He'll look across and think better of it. Osborne on him. 10 on the shot clock. Good dipsy doodle, but the defense is tight on the hole, and that's going to be a wraparound. That might work for Matty Boissonneau on NFL Sunday, but not here in the Arenalacrosseleague, so he'll head off for 2. The Bears will have another power play on the holding, and we will go to our officials' timeout, but we'll stick right here, get you caught up. Yesterday's action saw the Oshawa Outlaws and the Paris Riverwolves doing battle right here at the ILA, and we had a shootout on Friday, 23-20 with Toronto and Brampton. Well, this one went to overtime, and it was Carter Page that delivered in the OT for a 19-18 win for the Outlaws. That was their first win of the season. They up it to their record now to 1-2. Paris falls to 0-3. Big game from John St. John, 4 goals, 8 assists. When you look at the Paris side, it was Matt Duncan, 5 goals, 6 assists. So some outstanding work, 2 outstanding games in the Arenalacrosseleague. This one a good one, and of course Peterborough, 6 Nations to follow. 0 for 4 with the man advantage, although you can't really count that last power play, only lasted 13 seconds. So they'll go back at it here now with another chance. That one given away. And the Bears, of course, missing some of their key offensive components. That pass zipped across, and to no one. Bears will retrieve it momentarily. Had it, lost it, double team in there to try to get that loose ball. And relentless pursuit, and give the Steelhawks credit. Kiernan battling for it. And coming out of that one is Sanchez. So good job by the Bears, now 3-on-2. Sanchez, dump over, cut in, Renault, bangs it, stopped though. Big save by Johnston, as I think Renault made the right move. I don't think he went to the right spot, should have went down and not up. Easy to save from here. That stick gets chopped down. Renault battling for it, he gets taken down. Possession will belong to the Ohsweken Bears, as the big man Perry Smith does a good job to stay out of it. No retaliation there. And a minute left now in the Ohsweken power play. Under 5.5 to go here in the third. So Renault will work that left side with Lucas Beaver. At the top, it's Stephen Portelli. So Portelli and Craig Wendy came over on a trade with the Monarchs. And a quick stick try by the Beaver. Great pickup, and I guess they said Lucas Beaver touched the crease there, but I thought he stayed out of it, and it was a good, clean pickup. Either way, you don't see a pickup like that too often, and now it's Osborne. Osborne's going to duck in, barrel his way in. Snow pushes him right back out. They'll look to kill some time here, under 30 to go to man short. Getting a step and rolling in, going to be a penalty called here to the Bears. And it's going to be a holding call. So in 20 seconds, the Steelhawks are going to go to their 5th power play. But we'll play 4-on-4 for that 20 seconds. hair and snow, the guilty party. So the Steelhawks to work here on the interchange. Kettle, good job defensively. Trying to duck in, looking for an opening. Chase back out. Good defensive rotation by Brandt. Bounce shot miss. Kettle looking for it, but Pfeiffer had his sights on him with 10 on the shot clock. Skip pass. Looking again. Man open on the side. That overhand knocked down by Kettle. Good job. No reset. 2 on the shot clock. Got to hurry. Pfeiffer lets it go. Block. Good defense by the Bears. So a minute and a half into the left in the man short for Ohsweken. And Lucas Beaver now will be as elusive as he is. Double team, taken into the boards. It looked like he got away with a high stick there. Thought that might have been the call, but not the case. And now the Steelhawks regain possession. Hanrahan out there on that right side. Working it with McGregor. Good child at the top. Under a minute to go, the man advantage. Looking down low, McGregor wasn't expecting it. That was a good backhanded pass, but now it's to be. It's 2-on-2, but numbers favor now the Steelhawks on good transition D, and Beaver's going to dump that down. Battling hard for it is Harrington, and that's going to be a good goal. So extra effort and great job by Harrington. So just going to get clarification, but it is Harrington, and that's what you like to see. You see a young man out there make a mistake on one end, get a costly penalty. They don't give up a goal, gets a good stern talking to, comes back out extra motivated, and corrects his mistake. Not only that, but a big goal closes the gap. Not only shorthanded, but now it's a one-goal game. So first shorthanded goal given up by the Steelhawks. And battling there, and a whole lot going on will give possession to the Steelhawks. And if you're not familiar with the Arenalacrosseleague and the face-off procedure, very similar to field in the style, but the box a little different, so you got to use a different technique. Pfeiffer will work it in. No-look pass, and had a cutter wide open in York, but he wasn't able to handle that pass. 5 left in the penalty. Up, down. Big save, Wendy. Oh, did he ever come through there. Read the stick work and made a great stop. Bears going to try to bull their way up in Nolan Ruddy. Ruddy swings it across. Snow ducks in. Shovel. Whitby's got a man in the offensive end. That bounce shot will carry him up. And a good job to cradle that with 10 on the shot clock. Good pressure defensively, and I tell you that Burkhoff relentless but dumped in the corner. Good decision. And now Whitby will look to move it up. So after a slow start to the quarter, the Bears have shown some fight here. Hanrahan gets a screen. Fakes the dump off, skip instead. Good decision. Look around, good fake. Left the stick hanging out, tucked back in, but can't find the short side on Wendy. Bears will pick it up, it's to be. He'll look to move it up, and he does. Costello will slow things up. We're under the 2-minute warning. Third quarter. We've had some good games this week, and this one certainly following suit. 10 on the shot clock. Bouncer finds a mark. We're tied at 9. When in doubt, work the carpet. And that's exactly what the newly acquired Stephen Portelli has done as he picks up his second of the game. It's a big one. So already that trade made by the Bears paying dividends with Wendy between the pipes. Portelli with a couple of goals and a couple of helpers in this game. Minute 35 left, and we're knotted at 9. Off the draw, Bears with some momentum. That flip back, though, certainly wasn't the plan, and neither was that turnover, so Merry Christmas to the Steelhawks, and they'll set up shop now. Minute 20 to go. Kiernan out there, chance on the bouncer. Wendy, big save, floats around there, goes back in. Wendy now has a man. Wendy lofts it up, in the basket. Chance for the Bear. Twister, bouncer. Oh, baby. Talk to me now, Trey Martin. That's the way you play transition lacrosse. Craig Wendy in the house. 10-9 Bears, their first lead of the game. So Trey Martin with a big goal, and I think you got to give the credit for sure to Wendy. We're into the final minute now, and off the draw, the Bears have possession. A 3-goal run by Ohsweken has given them the lead. I see 9-9 on the board, but I'm pretty sure it's a 10-9 game, and that possession will stay right here. 45 seconds left on the game clock. Pedwell. He'll be in no hurry. Ohsweken, important here to stay on the positive side heading into the half. Pedwell looks for the contact, swings it around. And Osborne, great stick check. Gonna have to move it, 10 on the shot clock. Gotta go to that, and it's Renault. Renault, turn the corner. Eddie Renault on the sidearm. Johnston this time kept it and locked it between the pads. And now 20 seconds left for the Steelhawks. They should get the final possession here. All kinds of things going on. Hanrahan will settle it. 10 on the game clock. Got to go to work. Don't have time. Fife Dog. Swinging around. Gets it back. Works it. Handy. Can't find something. Shot. Stopped by Wendy. Big quarter for the Ohsweken Bears. They hold court. 3 quarters in the books. 10-9 Bears. We'll be back with the fourth. Well, fasten your seatbelt because we've got 15 minutes left in a good one here. The Ohsweken Bears put together a fine third quarter, put up 5 goals to outscore the defending champs 5-1. Come back to take a 1-goal lead. The only other lead they had was 1-0 to start off this game. That was in the first minute and a half on a goal by Eddie Renault. Hadn't led since. Well, they're back at it, and the thing now about these defending champs, a little extra motivation is all they need. Back to work. Pfeiffer will work it behind the net. They'll kick it back. Wrong stick side, sighting that top corner. No reset. Pfeiffer on the carom. He'll curl back out. Look for someone. Wide open. Good job. What a save by Wendy. Oh, my. Regroup. Fresh 20 on a good offensive rebound by the Steelhawks. And they'll set up shop again. Hanrahan filters in late. Pfeiffer had a notion. He'll curl back out and then go back, go to the sidearm. Right on stop. Wendy, rebound, picked up. Good cross check and a finish on the falling down was Nate Woods. Took a good hard cross check, but in the meantime able to park that one on the short side to tie this one at 10. So the Steelhawks continue to specialize in timely answers. And that's what they did all last year and in their first 2 games that they have. You look at the scores and the deficit spread has been plus in each one, but Boissonneau, they always seem to come out on top. Boissonneau battling around in there, takes a cross check. And they'll get possession here. No look on the crease. And thinking better of it and pulling it out was York. York, though, gets a step. Beaver hounds him, gets a late stick check. 10 on the shot clock. York! So back-to-back goals as Cameron York tucks in his first of the game, his third of the season, and the Steelhawks regain the lead now 11-10. Told you before, when it comes to timely answers, the Steelhawks resilient that way, and a little extra motivation doesn't take much, but as soon as they fall behind, they seem to take things up a notch. That draw kicked out. Steelhawks had it momentarily. Bears had it momentarily. And now Whitby will come away with it. So after the Bears with back-to-back possessions, now Whitby has come out of the blocks here in the fourth, and they have been strong. Goodchild will swing it around, and they'll work it left side half boards. York has some room, goes to the side on Wendy. Rebound picked up and off the crossbar. So Wendy did enough. Crossbar did the rest. Now the Bears look a little fatigued here as Hanrahan, and not quite sure. Well, I tell you, I'm not quite sure what Marshall Stevens did to Cole Hanrahan. Cole Hanrahan certainly not one of the tough guys in the league, and he was a little upset with how he was handled. And both will head to the penalty box with coincidental roughing minors. So the question here is possession. And if you're Whitby, of course you're saying they have possession, but possession is going to go to the Bears. I wouldn't expect really Whitby to be saying possession would go anywhere else anyway. So with 13 minutes to go, Bears trailing by a goal here in the fourth. Remind you, stick around, of course. Second game of our double dip. Peterborough Timbermen, Six Nations Snipers. And that shot from way out from Perry Smith. Good job to collect that by Portelli. Osborne on him. Portelli looking for some relief. Osborne, I tell you, he's relentless. 5 on the shot clock. Just can't get in any closer. And Portelli's going to dump that in the corner. And that's on his teammates for not being able to get open and give him someone to pass to. So under 12 and a half to go here in this game. Keenan trots over the timeline. They'll set it up right side. One-on-one isolated. And blowing by a defender and tucking it. So you want to talk about the setup. Liam Aston realized the advantage that he had, used his speed, but it was about that initial fake on the first step. Created the room, and he pocketed the rest. 12-10 Steelhawks. So once again, Whitby always seems to have something in their side pocket as we continue to play 4-on-4 here. Off the draw. Goodchild gets it to Osborne. He'll go straight hard and brings it off the post. Steelhawks still winning the battles to the loose balls. So here's the question, and I tell you that the Bears looked a little fatigued. Whitby physically are beating them to every loose ball. That underhand wide of the mark. Good job to save it by Kiernan. That one, another shot. Pfeiffer goes off the post. Again, and that's going to be a hit from behind. And be lucky to get away with just 2 for that, as Osborne, just glad that was farther enough away from the boards to allow Osborne to land first. And that's the kind of thing that is not encouraged, as Kyron Costello will spend a minimum 2 in the penalty box. And I mean, from my vantage point, that's probably a minimum 4, really. You don't have to, a guy doesn't have to be injured for it to be, but it'll be a 2-minute call, and the Steelhawks will go back to work with a man advantage. Chance here to really make things tough on the Bears. Skip down, good passing, couldn't finish on that pass play. Getting a get-out. Pfeiffer, though, has room. Fife dog. In out, twister stop by Wendy. Ball loose. Good roll off, but again, back up, shoveled, and the Steelhawks again with a fresh 20. So relentless to that loose rubber. The Whitby Steelhawks. No look pass. Pfeiffer thinks better of it. Fakes that, kicks it out. Chance here, York. That pass not able to get handled, but good job by Keenan to recover. Skip out. That shot blocked. Time winding down. Here come the Bears in transition with a chance. Brandt trailing. Brandt shot stopped by Johnston. Whitby will regroup and get it over the timeline with Burkhoff. He'll move it up. Pfeiffer. Minute now, Whitby with a power play. Four on 3. Pfeiffer. Good move, but Wendy read that one on a good attempt there from Kiernan. And another 20. And only a matter of time is Kiernan allowed to step in. That's his 4th goal of the game. Comes courtesy the power play. And Whitby now with a 3-goal advantage, 13-10. So just over 10 minutes to play here in this 4th quarter, and Steelhawks have quickly taken a stranglehold. But the Bears have battled back from a 3-goal deficit already in this one. Question is, do they have that left in them? Great work, Boissonneau, but handled nicely and taken right into the bench. And you got to be aware, you got to figure that if you're checking a guy and into the bench and then you don't stop, that you're probably going to get yourself a penalty. And in my opinion, that's a roughing penalty there. I think the issue was the ball was away from the check. And I think that's why the call was made and deemed excessive. But it may not be the case, as I don't see anyone from the Steelhawks heading to the penalty box. It looked like Nate Woods had the extra, gave a little extra on the extra. Or they're calling too many on the, so it looks like too many men on the floor is going to be the call. So Ohsweken now with another power play. 6th power play of this game. Haven't scored yet with a man advantage and have given up 3 shorthanded goals. So here we go, 5 on 4. It should be, if you check here, because just getting it sorted out. So it should be 4 on 4 for 26 seconds. So Whitby's power play goal should have eliminated that Ohsweken penalty. And now the Bears should go on a 2-minute power play. And that is the case. So they're going to take the 26 seconds off the clock. And it'll be a full 2-minute power play now for the Bears. So a chance here to close the gap, and they're going to need to, trailing by 3. So Portelli at the top. Skip. Bouncer. Stopped by Johnston. Rebound picked up Sanchez. Sanchez He'll work it back. They'll get a fresh 20 and go back to work on the right side. Portelli's shot right on. It trickles, but good job by Keenan to get it before it crossed the line. He's going to hightail it up over the timeline. Great job by Keenan. And he'll pop that to Boissonneau, and they'll look to burn some clock. Minute 20 in the penalty. 3-goal lead for the Steelhawks. McGregor, he's going to go for a little run. 6 on the shot clock. Snow's on him. Good hesitation. He'll leave that in the corner and killed the entire 30 seconds. Job well done by Whitby. And now the Bears, as we head to the 9-minute mark. Going to need a little something here. Portelli's going to swing it. Renault out there now on that left side. Quick shot right on. Haven't been able to find the mark on that side. Going to have to go back. Eddie Renault's been the only creative one there. And now a chance here as it gets flipped up. Great job. And under it is Hamley. Hamley, a pass ahead. On the roll. Quick shot wide of the mark. Ball loose. Going to come back the other way. And out of the back door is Renault. Renault underhand wide. So Eddie Renault trying to sneak one past Johnston. And instead, it'll be Woods. Woods is going to hold it. Dying seconds here of the Whitby penalty. And penalty over. Teams even now and with 8 on the shot clock. Here come the Steelhawks. On the curl and the finish. Kiernan again. Call it an uneven 5 goals he's slipped in his pocket today. The leading scorer for the Steelhawks in this game, and now the lead is 4 with just over 8 minutes to play. Tell you, when you just take a peek at the roster for the Ohsweken Bears, you note that missing Lane Smith, and of course he a top-notch goal scorer and leader for this Ohsweken team. They haven't had him yet, so we hope for his return. And Osborne, though, certainly setting the pace here for these Steelhawks. Pfeiffer battling for it. Ball loose, knocked back. Osborne, kick out, 8 on the shot clock. Skip off the glass. Brand had it, lost it, and now it's Kettle. Kane Kettle looks the back door. Good pass. Big man. Perry Smith. Can't do a whole lot with it. And he'll get it back out. Good job by Portelli to hang on to it. And now he'll look to inch closer. Well outside that dotted half, circling again. Lots of shots, but Johnston's been good from the far out shots. Ball loose. And the Bears have it. And lost it. Now have it again. Sanchez again. Kicks it over. Wrong stick side. So a chance for LaForme. Instead, it goes loose. And now here come the Steelhawks. In transition, 2-on-2. Keenan dumps it over. Knocked down by Snow. Good defensive play there. And Wendy's going to pick it up, and a quick outlet will send away the Bears. 6.5. Sanchez tried to go far side. That was the only thing open. Couldn't find the mark. No reset. 15 on the shot clock. That's going to be too much, as close to a good soccer move as you can see. But with 6:23 to go, that's going to take us to our final officials timeout. Back at it here as the Steelhawks with possession and a 4-goal lead. Looking there to up their record now to a perfect 3-0. Ohsweken still got a little fight left in them here as they're trying to pick up their first win of the season. On the run, Pfeiffer! So the dog hasn't barked a whole lot in this game here, but he sure has been steady. And he delivers at the right time for his second goal of the game. And that ups the lead now to 5 for the Steelhawks. And all of a sudden what was A small hill turned into an escarpment is now a mountain for these Bears. Off the draw. Keenan knocks it out. Boysono comes away with it. He gets chased, and a good flip up will get it back to Keenan. Whitby has just done a whole lot of things right in this fourth quarter from his knees. Pfeiffer, and they seem to be getting every loose ball. Keenan had that one knocked down, but it went right to his teammate, and Wendy with a great save. He'll look for that back door and zip it on the money like always. And that's going to be an interference penalty is what that's going to be. And Dustin Burkhoff can protest all he wants, and at least he's doing it in diplomatic fashion, but that won't change the fact that you took out the receiver before the ball got there. And with 5.5, Ohsweken will go to another power play. Now, there's a whole lot of chatter from the coaching staff over there in Ryan Degerton and Brad Reed, but I'm not sure what you'd be arguing about. Clearly, it's an interference call. He didn't have the ball. But I guess when you have a 5-goal lead, you figure that you're going to get your say in. So now Portelli's going to headman again, quarterback this power play that certainly is going to need some work. And a skip pass, not a good one, but the Bears trying to recover it. They do with Sanchez. Sanchez has quietly done a whole lot of good. Him and Eddie Renault have been the reason that these Bears are in it, but it's gone, and it's Osborne. Splits two. Osborne weaves in. Out. Osborne shot stopped, though, by Wendy. Wendy able to smother that rebound, and Osborne getting hit and hitting everything that he runs into. Him and Snow, they'll laugh it off. Bears now 2-on-2 in the offensive end. We're under 5. That's going to be a penalty, and again, something must have happened there because Eddie Renault not happy, and he retaliated. You don't see that too often. And whatever it is, it looks like, I'd like to say Cody Hamley, but I see DeBrone in there too, and no offense to him, but it just seems like the chaos sort of either starts or ends when DeBrone's on the floor. So Renault goes, that nullifies the power play, and now 4-on-4 again. Hanrahan looking inside, couldn't connect. Good job, though, by Kiernan, and again, Wendy read that one nicely. Whole lot of tree chopping going on there, and the Steelhawks win the battle to the loose ball again. Pfeiffer, swing across. Kiernan tried to change the angle, and he'll get his own rebound. And this time, here the Bears now don't have the numbers, and that's thefted right away as pickpocket by the Fife dog to Highland. Highland went too high, and now the Bears still can't counter with numbers as no one comes off, so Beaver can fly out that back door. And underhand right on, stopped by Johnston. He's been steady here in the second half, certainly in the fourth quarter. Fareed. And Steelhawks now with under 3.5 to go will be very deliberate in their offensive set. 10 on the shot clock. Hanrahan at the top. Pfeiffer's shot right on. Stop. Good swim move to get out of trouble. Bears just don't have the legs right now to get a man out, and good job there to get it over the timeline by Trey Martin, and now out of the bench late, but that shot from that spot has not worked. Johnston has closed off that left shooter spot. Great job, relentless work by Burkhoff in the corner. Ball still loose, kicked away, and the Steelhawks come away with it. Lucas Beaver on the flip side, lucky to get away with a high stick there, and now it's going to be Keenan to set things up. Time on the side of the Steelhawks. Teams back to 5-a-side. And a diving attempt by Hanrahan, almost snuck that in, but Wendy, one of the tougher goalies to do that crease dive on. He's extremely mobile and able to cut down the angles. Cut through. Renault bounce at top corner. Oh, Eddie Renault with a little spark there. Gotta like that. Renault with his 5th of the game. He's been the difference here in keeping this Ohsweken hopes alive, and he has been good. So 2:14 to play, 15-11 the score. Off the draw. It's going to be the Steelhawks that control, and it's Osborne. So we're heading to the 2-minute warning. First to 2 here today. Of course, the Timmerman and the Snipers awaiting the finish of this one. Good child. Tough angle. I don't think that came out cleanly, and that'll belong to the Bears. So they'll move it up now with Snow. Snow getting chased out. He'll get some relief, but they'll keep it with 10 on the shot clock. Sanchez can't elude a defender, gets a screen. Sanchez, bouncer, that's steered aside. Good job to get the rebound. Kick out on the crease. So there was no reset, and now Whitby will bring it up into the offensive end. And again, no reason to hurry as Keenan realizes that, and they'll set it up here as we're into the final minute. So the Steelhawks have come into the ILA and done what they did last time they were here, and that was put together a strong fourth quarter. Keenan able to track down his own rebound. It was 2-1 Whitby at the end of one, 8-5 at the half for the Steelhawks. But the Bears led 10-9 after the third, and since then it's been all Whitby. 30 seconds left. That shot right on Johnston. And Keenan's going to come away with it as he's done on a hole. Boysono, that's what I mean. I've seen him taking some hard checks here in this game and every other game. One tough customer, and Whitby's just going to let this one wind down. So the Steelhawks are going to come away with the win, and they're going to improve now to 3-0. The Ohsweken Bears will fall to 0-3 with the loss in a hard-fought game. 15-11 the final. Defending champs, still unbeaten. On behalf of JVI Productions, the Arena Lacrosse League, I'm Lance Wynn. We've still got another, but for that one, we'll see you soon.